Welcome back to Dragonbane. We have been on a vacation hiatus, you could say. But now we're here again. And we're gonna go dragon chasing, apparently. Hey there, Tales of Myth and Mayhem. You're very welcome. Last time, when our noble heroes of... Are we really heroes yet?
No, we're anti-heroes. Right now we're just going to where we can get money, I think. So
This is a common feature among adventure groups in many RPGs, I hear. I was going to say last time you plundered a tomb. You are in fact officially tomb robbers, aren't you? Or are you tomb...
No, we're
putting a bit of a
archaeologists.
spin on it, but yeah.
Yeah, we're archaeologists. We're historians.
Historians, yes.
You're not
Well, at
saying
the British
Indiana Jones is a
Museum.
tomb robber, are you?
We'll take everything from everyone else and say, look how pretty it is, and take it for ourselves.
The distinction
museum.
tomb robber and archaeologist is, in some eras, a fine one indeed.
Yeah.
But you found yourselves some interesting treasures, which apparently there has been a prophecy saying that you should carry to destroy the green men up north. So maybe the gods wanted you to rob these tombs enter these tombs and retrieve the sacred weapons for a holy cause. That sounds better. doesn't
Sure.
it?
They want us to
We'll
do
go with that.
it.
This was not done without some complications, and your dear friend, the merchant Balder Growler, unfortunately met an untimely end when he triggered a trap inside the tomb.
Is he a dear friend, though? Or just someone that we traveled
Yeah.
with for a bit?
He shall be sorely
would-
missed by...
By
someone.
restaurants everywhere.
Someone. I don't know whom, but someone. Para misses him because she is just a generally nice person and a humanitarian. This show is rated R for potential terrible things that could happen to people. Haven't been too many of those yet. But I'm sure we can arrange some. And who is with us today?
Filled clear mind, the world-renowned in waiting academic and archaeologist recently.
I don't know if he is world-renowned yet. Yes, he tells himself this.
He's world-renowned in waiting, as in
Yes, world-renowned in waiting.
Soon to be world renowned. Yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to whenever they release the advanced rule set for this game, where they're definitely going to include renown in some fashion, I'm sure, because it was there in earlier editions. I think they just axed it for this edition to make it push it out the gates fast and make it quick and playable and no nonsense like that. But we like some nonsense. We like nonsense having fortresses and armies and all sorts of other shenanigans and ship-to-ship fightings and all the rules that were in earlier incarnations. I'm sure they're going to include some sooner or later. The Book of
I saw
Magic is
that.
on the way.
A game where they were a game on YouTube of Dragonbane, and there were all sorts of other species. Is that an old thing or a new thing?
It depends on which species you're talking about, really.
I can't remember what it was, but it was like animal species. It was like there's the mallards. There were a load more animals.
Yeah, they had, in the earlier editions, they had cat people as well. I think there were lizard folk, too. Don't remember if they were... They had two books, like two bestiary books, and including shape-shifting, so Selkin and things like that. So there was a lot. They have streamlined since, but I'm sure we'll get... there's already a ton of fan-made material to this stuff, because it's the biggest RPG in Sweden, and Swedes are uber nerds and very creative. There's a ton of third-party material out there. Anyway, we have done a hard day of exploring in the tomb, And we have Wild, Parama, and Halveld, who wanted apparently to have a bit of a break and sleep in during 6 hours before midnight, and then they're going to be a shift, so Kirov gets some sleep as well, because Kirov is staying up. So why don't Parama and Wild and Hald actually get that sleep? She was so low on willpower points.
It's a shift rest, right?
Yes, it's a shift rest.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I hit the right one.
Yeah. So she is no longer, what is it called? It's oh, I think I have to do it like that, right? Yes. You've had a good night's rest, my friends. Kirov, good evening's rest, I should say. While you are sitting there on one of the stools, maybe not the one that is tilted on the side, you will notice Master Shulaban, the Adder Tongue. He's coming out from the tomb. You haven't seen him for a while. He's apparently a very sneaky fellow. And on his head sits the crown of the dead king, the mummified king. It glitters a little bit with gold and jewels as he is strutting his stuff, walking towards the rest of his companions, Rober, Gistaki, and Deidre. And they start a conversation, and there's laughter and general good spirits to be had. Kirov just looks at them and goes, Roger, that was a cue for you.
I'm just waiting for Amam to reload Foundry. It's just gone onto a white screen.
It's better than a blue screen, I think.
Yeah, sure.
I can see your cursor, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, so it's up now. So,
you can see the fellow walking past, very pleased with his find. Apparently he's a devoted archaeologist too. And he's strutting around there, proclaiming himself to be king of the entire island in his very characteristic lisp. And so I guess everybody has found something in that tomb to make them pleased. Rober found a bunch of jewelry and those 2 golden objects that Wild help him retrieve, and you have your weapons, and everything is nice. It's a good evening to be an adventurer. You can celebrate your haul, as it were.
This stupid talking dagger.
The stupid talking dagger is lying mumbling in your backpack.
Yeah.
This is an indignity. I demand that you at least put me in my sheath so I can have some good rest.
Yeah, we'll put him in the sheath and
Then he'll actually go to sleep. You will only hear a slight bit of snoring from him. No more
good.
jibber jabbering all the time. All right. Well, Parama Wild, you've had your 6 hours of sleep. It's midnight. Kiro, you wanted to sleep because now you're really tired. Are we doing a shift thing here? No, why are you resting already? I haven't told you that you could rest already, but you didn't have any.
Hero just falls asleep. Just topples over.
Yeah.
He's probably already sleeping on the chair.
Yeah.
Are we going into the tent to sleep, Kirov?
Yeah.
Very well. What are the rest of us wanting to do during this night here? There is not a lot of noises in this valley, I guess, this marshland. Every once in a while you'll hear something splish a bit, like if it's something moving under the surface of a pool. And there might be a cry or two of a bird, a very lonely bird somewhere. There has to be something for birds to pick up here, like earthworms or whatnot. Don't know about fish, though. It's not deep enough around here. And it's not spring. While spring has come to other parts of the lowlands on this island, it doesn't seem to have come to this part yet. It's still chilly. Not so chilly that it necessarily freezes over any water, but close enough. What might we amuse ourselves with this night? Even as...
I would.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would probably just stay warm by the fire, but he'll keep an eye on everyone else.
Yeah, everyone
other
else
group.
is finally done with their shenanigans up on the other mound, and they found a grand total of nothing. It's just a hole into the ground right now. They're mumbling a little bit to each other. I believe we'll have a better luck next morning. Just go for a good nice nap. Master Halvel and Wild takes the watch for us all, don't you? Very kindly. Thank you most kindly.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. They're all going to go to sleep. They've been working for so many shifts to find more stuff that it was their time to do that now. Yeah. Very quiet out here this night.
With the plan to do next to go rob the dragon's mercury, is the dwarf from town wanting to come with us in that, or did he just commission us to do the job and we're supposed to just do it?
The way you recall it, he said that you would meet up basically at his smithy, and he will make sure that you will get guided by appropriate dwarf to the mine itself, that you will be able to find the tower, the guard tower, through which there's apparently a secret passage, and that when you get out of the mine, that you are supplied with a proper cart and horses to pull that cart, so that the mercury that does belong to the dwarves and thus technically is not stolen from the dragon, it's retrieved back to its proper owners, can be loaded onto said cart and carted away to the dwarf hold. They are, however, not going to go inside the mine with you.
So when we get back to town, things to do is we're going to have to obviously meet up with the dwarf again to get this mission, but also we need to presumably pick up our guy, the metals expert, who, assuming he's still at the tavern, and we need to buy some stuff so we're not lugging around this ridiculous amount of gold.
Yeah.
Are there banks here that we could invest in, or
There are merchant houses, and I'm sure they can function as banks at a pinch. Halveld, of course, since you have a very high level of intelligence, will remember that if you find any artifacts or treasures on the island, 1/10 of that goes to the procurator and the Tracorian tax collectors, basically.
Okay.
that's if we declare that we find it, right?
Yes.
We have to declare it because otherwise I won't be famous. I won't be able to write articles about it.
If you don't declare it, you would technically be smugglers and breaking the law.
God forbid. Yeah.
Who wants to be
Then
a
we would be
lawbreaker?
tomb robbers. You see, that's the difference. Archaeologists, use
Yeah,
everything
actually, on
above
the
board.
subject of smuggling, what happened to that mass of cursed swords we were getting rid of?
They're sitting in this very crate right here. Baldur brought them.
We leave them here? Nobody, or should we? Should we just leave them here? This is a cursed place anyway.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that would make so we could throw them in the acid in the tomb.
Oh yeah.
Actually, is an idea. If there's acid, if there's both acid and fire in the tomb, we may have a cursed implement disposal site.
I'd like Halveld and Wild and Parama to roll some awareness checks, please.
Awareness? Okay.
Yes, please.
And we're all dead. Oh.
Yeah.
course you are.
Let's see. Skills, awareness.
Done this. Anyway. I can see wands from here. Oh.
A myth and legends.
Yeah.
Uh,
And languages. It's interesting.
but you succeeded with your awareness check there, Hal. That's something. You hear a noise coming from inside the tomb. A rustling noise.
God.
Movement.
Oh.
Movement? Did anyone else hear? Wild? Did you hear that?
Yep. I'm guessing
Howard-
the king is looking for his crown again.
Yeah,
All right.
there, How's Drotto and Grotto reacting to the noise? How are?
They will be reacting. They don't have that much awareness, do they? So, have they reacted at all yet?
Animal
Appar-
special senses and everything.
One of them reacts
Okay.
and starts making a lot of braying noises, and you can see the eyes. It's not hard to surmise that these two animals are in a state of panic.
Okay. You'll go over and try to calm them and down and move them away, maybe to the other side. Let's say to here.
As you do this, you're going there, and then you can see. I guess you weren't wrong. It's the king. He's standing there in his rotting velvet clothes that are falling off in chunks because he's moved in them and they haven't been moved in for a long while. Around his mouth, there is a lot of red goop running down in clumps down to his cheek and then dripping down, and his entire tunic is actually drenched in this goop. And yeah, what do you want to do now? I guess we draw initiative, don't we? Yes, we do.
Get Daggerman to talk to him.
Hey, I have a long and distinguished name, okay? And Daggerman is not one of them. Or oh, you mean my dagger, the man in my dagger? Oh,
Yeah.
hang on. It's
The
not my
man in the
apology.
dagger.
Why
What are
don't
you
you
gonna
go
say
to
to him?
your crossed
Dagger.
swords and click on the D20 and roll for initiative?
Oh, okay, hang on. Roll. Hang on.
Oh,
where
which
is
one
that?
are we? Where's that again?
The crossed swords on the top right.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right.
Oh, I'm in my character
Yeah.
sheet. Hang on. Wait, that's.
Has Kirov woken up? Have you?
He might soon enough. Okay. Yep, so the rest is just for me to roll for everyone. Alright. Wild is actually the one to act first. What do you want to do, Wild?
I guess I'll attack this guy.
Of course you will. It's not very far to go, so you can definitely get there in a couple of
All right.
strides.
Yeah, I'll get my sword because I have that new one that is supposed to be good for undead.
You do.
Yep. Oh, let's do that. And then I just hit the sword, right?
Yep.
Click on the sword.
It's going
Okay.
to say enchanted, and you're going to put one level of enchanted on it.
Okay, one level of enchantment. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That's a hit. You just
All right.
run him through. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. Where did he go? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, see, I need to do another thing here. Excuse me for half a
Yeah.
second.
You don't need to do things.
Just a little bit of a thing. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's completely harmless. There we go. Okay, so like that then. All right, that works. So, yeah, you attack the man with a sword. You roll damage. He's just looking at you like, huh? Ugh. Yeah, where do you want to hit him exactly?
I figured I'd try and just chop his head off.
All right.
But
Bam.
if that's too specific, I would just take a body slash, I think.
You're going for it. You're going for it.
Yeah.
The saber, it's glistening, and it's a silver. It's a wave of silver, a flash of silver right against his head. Poof! And then, unlike what you're used to when heads fall off and you can just complete the swing, it bounces off. And now there's some goop on your sword, and the king has a little bit of a chop in his neck. And the neck will go back up.
Yeah,
and
that's not good.
Crackle, crackle, and look at you even angrier than before. You still have some moves left. You have used 5 meters of your 16.
Oh, it's not like I can run away, but maybe I'll just move back to Hallveld. Can I move that far?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That way he can't outnumber me, technically. Or we could outnumber him.
Yep. Just, ah!
Let's
Oh,
do that.
and just walks backwards.
So I'll go to Hallveld. Funny thing about this guy.
Funny thing about this guy, Parma is screaming for a moment, not very long though, and then she will dive into the tent to wake Kirov up. And then she'll dive out again. She has, what, 14 movement. So I guess she can get herself... Maybe she's going to actually try to wake the others up as well. Because it seems like a good idea, right? Wake everybody up.
Might be, yeah. Slightly urgent matter at hand.
The donkeys don't want nothing to do with this, I can tell you that much. You're not very surprised to hear, probably. But they've been hobbled, so I'm going to give them only half movement. So that puts them down to somewhere around here-ish. Yeah. He's asleep, sleep, sleep. Another panicking donkey. Kirov, you're awake now.
So I guess Kirov is just gonna go just outside and sees what is going on here, and he just rolls his eyes. Like, what have they started this time? And I guess I will shoot the king with my bow.
Very well.
Do I get any boons or banes with this?
I could. You're within the torchlight, so I'm fine with the. You're not going to get any banes for darkness, and you're definitely in range. So. That's a hit. Arrow plants itself squarely in the body of this thing that should not exist. He hasn't even seemed to notice. Okay, there's an arrow sticking out from his chest now.
Just in case this guy's got some sort of line of sight magic, Kirov will either back up into the tent or like crouch down behind this wall so he can't see him.
Make up your mind.
Which is back into the tent.
Back into the tent. Right. it turns out that the king doesn't care about any of y'all. The king is instead just walking right past you as if you didn't exist with a dash, catching up easily with the hobbled grotto. And the king is also very fast, so even after having done a dash, he still has things left to do. So he just grabs the sword, the two-handed sword that you packed onto Grotto, and takes it for himself. And that is another action, so I guess... Oh, he's going to move further. All the way until he gets over here. And Parma is going to scream a bit as the king is approaching. Zaki's, of course, sleeping. How about Halveld?
Hang on. How on earth did the grotto and grotto move away so quickly? That was quick.
They were very scared. There was a scary big mummified king coming closer, so they tried to run away, but because they're hobbled, they didn't get very far.
Now, what language did Halveld manage to speak with the dagger again? He had a language that he could speak that other people
Elvish. Yes. Elvish.
Halveld will go, my lord, in Elvish, you have awoken. Are you just like groveling a bit and just see how that goes over. See if that gets any reaction.
Going in the towel already, Howard. That's not cool.
You are trying your level best here to do a persuasion check against the king, aren't you?
Yeah, and see if he has a. I don't know. Yeah, just to see, also just to try see what he has. But yeah, he'll go persuasion, which he is really not very good at. But let's just. Oh, he has fine garments on. Is he wearing?
He has a fine garment.
Does that help?
That gives you a boon.
Okay. Hang on. Did they roll? No, nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, you failed.
I failed.
Close, but no banana.
No, I love bananas. Let's see. I see it. Okay, I'll try again. I'll take but I don't see the roll.
Why don't you see the roll? It's strange how it's been behaving like this lately. A lot of this lately.
Because another roll, the initiative I saw and other stuff, but this I don't.
It glitches a bit.
So
I'll
take a sickly, and I'll take an exhausted. He gets exhausted so quick with his strength, and he will try again.
Doing his deepest bow. You're behaving if you were meeting with the high court in Tresilva, with all the dukes and duchesses and counts and barons, and just doing your very best flurry with a cape and putting forward a really nice leg. It looks amazing. It's such also weird look when you're standing in the mud and doing this, but it looks really good. Yeah.
Okay.
The king doesn't seem to is looking at you because you spoke to him. And even though his face is not terribly fleshy or even alive, the texture on skin, on like bog bodies who have been in a bog for 1,000 years, and then they come up and they're all leathery and maybe reddish and like dark reddish leather, that kind of texture to his skin.
Okay.
And we're gonna re-roll everything because new round, isn't it?
How do we re-roll? Do we just hit our number again? Oh, are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm doing it really quickly.
Okay.
No, that's not how... Okay, whatever. Let's re-roll. Because unless you happen to be a veteran who can keep your initiative, you do have to reroll it. Unfortunately for you all, seems like the king moves first. And he's actually going to get into the tent before Parma has a chance. You can see that he's just drawing that great sword. You remember the great sword, right? With the demon's head on the hilt, that smiling thing with the tongue coming out and the little emeralds for eyes, and he's just pulling out this great
Evil sword, yeah.
Evil, yes, that one, with a single sweep, and then he just moves in there. And let's see. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Okay, let's do it.
That's the end of him, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, here we go. Unholy roar is what we get. The skull contorts and lets out a ghastly scream that cuts like a rust blade through the character's souls. Everyone within 10 meters suffers a fear attack and must roll will to resist fear. And this is, of course, going to wake everyone up.
Am I within 10 meters?
I believe that you are. I think everybody is. But I'm going to check just to be sure. I can check easily enough. Anyone within 10 meters of the king? You're not, Wild. Nor is Kirov. It's just Halveld and Parma. You succeeded. So you resist fear. Good for you. Don't know about the others. Yeah, this is going to be tricky for them, isn't it? 4d10, 4d20. There we go. Only one of them actually has to roll on the fear table. Why don't we have Shalab on this straight? There we go. One of them. I'm going to go with Shalaban in that case because that makes sense to me. He's going to be scared. Fear. Here we go. Wild panic. In a fit of utter panic, you flee the scene as fast as you can. You can, on your next turn, you must dash away from the source of your fear. Make another will roll to stop running and act normally again. Makes sense. I'm not holding this against our man, honestly. It makes complete and utter sense to me. Parma is going to take a step in here and scream, "Get out, everyone! Really quickly!" So, I don't know what else she might be able to do about this. A gust of wind, perhaps? But that's going to push everyone away. They're standing in the way here. She can
Maybe it'll make the tent fall on the guy. Like that would slow him down at least.
She has summoned glacials in the past, but she's not on the actual glacier right now, so that's a problem. Yeah, she's gonna tell everyone to. Whoa, she didn't roll. I didn't roll for her will. Let's do it. How was your will? How you were fine, weren't you? All right. Yeah. So this is a bit of a situation, isn't it? I don't think Dija wants to stay in here, even though she passed the fear test. So she's getting out quickly enough. It's chaos now, my friends. It's chaos. Rober's doing the same. I think everybody's leaving. What do you think? Wild, it's your turn. You can not leave if you don't want to.
Yeah. All right. There was something with a mirror, right? That was in there with the king.
You have the mirror, I think. One of you have it.
Do I?
who has the mirror? It is not Kirov. It is not Halveld. And it is not Wolfbane. So I guess it is in fact your donkeys.
Oh, man, which one had it?
You just have to run after and see.
Yeah. Okay. Because it said something about the king, right?
The mirror?
There's some inscription on it.
There was an inscription on it, yeah.
All right. How fast can I run?
It was
Like
something
Grotto's
about
down here.
this body slow. Let's see now. What was it? There was no mention of the king in the rhyme, no.
Oh, okay. Well, then, still got my sword. I'll just. What should I do? I'll just come down here and wait for him to come out.
Very well. Yeah, your donkeys will do what they have done before. Keep running. As much as they can. They're just moving out into the dark, basically. Particularly poor Grotto, who was literally standing right next to the king. Kira, what do you want to do? You're inside your tent. You didn't hear the deafening roar.
Okay, how many squares can I move and still have an action? Is it?
You can move... Oh, I haven't put squares in this. You can move 12 meters and still have an action. I can put down squares for you. Grid, 2 meter, square. Whoop. There you go. Grids. So 6 squares.
Where's the exit to this tent? Which way do I come out of it?
I'd say it's here. That looks like an obvious flap to me.
That says only 4 squares is 12 meters. Is it set at a different scale?
No, it's because you're going sideways. Like diagonally.
So this is as far as I can go.
Yep.
I guess I'll just come out here and...
You can't see anything inside the tent, but you can hear the screams. Ah! Ah! Ah!
yeah, actually I'll move right up to the edge of the tent here and I'll do something next turn.
Very well. We have Master Shalaban here, who has, of course, been affected by fear, which means that this is his present face. Oh. Why is there 2 Shalabas? He is going to just run in an utter panic, and as he does, you're going to see that he's dropping the crown that he had on his head. It just right down to the ground. And he's going to run past everyone, isn't he? That's as far as he gets with... Actually, I think he has like a 14 movement. But he keeps running because he is not in a mood to stick to this place. He has seen more than he ever wanted to see in his life. So, bye! He is out of here. He just... Ah! There's mud slinging from his feet as his boots are kicking up mud everywhere. His arms are going everywhere as he's running. He's like white as a sheet in his face. And he is out of here. Thank you very much.
And that expression on his face on the character token, that's probably still what he looks like. He's just stuck with that exact same expression.
Forever now, yes. The king might do something unexpected. Apparently doesn't care about any of you all. Just steps up a few steps to grab his crown and put it on his head. And then he is going to start his way backwards to whence he came from. Which is... Okay, that's as far as he gets. For now... Your poor donkey runs away as well, off the map now. I think we can remove the donkeys from...
I'll go after them.
Gistaki, of course. He's never been the brightest person in the world. He is currently not armored because he was sleeping. So I'm going to have to put that in his inventory instead. And he is going to grab his broadsword and attack the thing. Because he is assuming, of course, that some people are in danger. It's a hit! Look at him go. Ah! Ah! Maybe it is some damage. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? Oof! The king wobbles a bit under the heavy impact of Gistaki's strong arm. Halveld, what do you want to do? You're exhausted, you're seeing the king in front of you. Everything is horrifying. Not terribly horrifying. None of you are dead yet, which is maybe encouraging. But the king has his sword and his crown again.
Alveld is going to run away.
Bravely ran away.
Yeah,
Brave
it's
Sir Halveld.
too much for him.
I'm not holding it against you, I have to say. All right, is that a dash as well, or?
Oh, I don't know. I thought his movement's 14, so I moved him 14. But
That's what he can move without taking an action. You can take an action now, or you can keep.
well,
running.
then he'll keep on running, I guess, down here after the donkeys.
Very well. Just in a big circle, making sure that that king is not anywhere close to him. All right,
Exactly.
and none of you are, in fact, veterans, so you cannot keep your initiative between the turns. Very sad. So we'll see what new initiative you might get this turn. One fine day, one of you all will.
How do we get that veteran status?
When I say that you can choose a new heroic ability. Which I haven't said yet.
You just said it, so...
I said when. Wild, you can see the king taking a step up towards you. Another step up towards you. And then just... Okay, you'll have to step... That's annoying. A step away from you, and a step away from you, and another step away from you, and another step away from you. And on he goes. He just goes around you. And on he goes until he gets back towards the tomb. He just walked without caring about attacking anyone. Just marching right past. And it's Kiro's turn.
Okay, so if he just wanted the cursed sword back, which we didn't want anyway, and his crown, which would have just been more money for us, we just let him go.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
with that.
I mean, Alvid's like over his shoulder. Let him go.
Because we've still got the other two special weapons, haven't we?
You do, yes. Well, that was an interesting end to the fight in a way, wasn't it? Except you're standing there, you can hear the king go back to the tomb. There's a lot of rustling and rocking of stones and whatnot. And I'll give you a chance to do something while that is happening.
We'll keep on running after to get the donkeys.
All right, I would like you to roll a beast lore check to calm the donkeys. Because they are
Here,
panicking.
donkey. Works
It
every
works.
time.
Apparently, yeah. Gistaki and Deidre and Rober are going to collect themselves, and we better get out of here. So they're the first thing they do. Are we grabbing the tents? Maybe we should put down the tents and just get out of here while we have a chance. Wild, what do you want to do?
I'm half curious to see what he's doing in here. If he's just
Okay.
going back to his normal spot. So I will cautiously walk up.
The best idea
Back
you've
to
ever
the-
had.
Yeah. Just like to the entrance to see if I can see him in there.
What you can see in there is going to be... Let me put it this way. Oh, really? It's going to be... You remember the two guards that were sitting and with the black sword and the silver sword? The silver scimitar? Yeah, they're on their way out. They also have a bunch of red goop running down their cheeks.
Okay. How much did I move?
I don't remember. Did you move too much? What? Let's see now. I think you... I don't remember. You can... I haven't... We're not in order of turns right now, so you can still move. Do you want to move backwards? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah. I'm saying the others are coming. The others are coming. Yeah, how far down could I?
14.
Like,
14. I think that's your
14?
movement. Yeah. I think that's your movement.
So let's
No,
go
16.
all the way
16,
down
in
here.
fact, yeah. You're
Oh,
just
16?
running. Yeah,
Okay,
16.
good. One more.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time to go. Time to go.
It's general chaos around here, and I'm gonna roll for. Let's see if Shalaban actually gets his mind back together. He does not. I don't think. Yeah, he does. Okay. So Shalaban, who was out there screaming, he's gonna come back screaming. We gotta go. We gotta go. I saw arms coming out of the mud everywhere. The dead rising everywhere. There's movement all over.
Just had to take the crown, didn't ya?
I want to go home. I'm running. Come those who can. And he just does not wait for anyone to pack up anything. Which means that if we're just running here, I'm afraid you're going to have to leave the large tent behind.
Okay, I'm assuming they just want their weapons back too. So we could just give them up, or we could just
They're
either
actually
try
not
and
walking.
fight them.
They're actually not walking towards you at all. They're walking towards the crate that Baldur left behind.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I guess okay. They can have those. We didn't want them.
Kira of Halveld, opinions?
What was the description again of what the curse on these?
That they couldn't be handled by any living person because they would kill anyone who wields them.
These guys won't have that problem, will they?
You know what? They won't.
I'm going to roleplay Halveld's fear of magic for the first time in this campaign. And his thoughts are,
Which
he
means
runs
that
like
Halveld
Yeah.
is petrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
Indeed, that's a good summary. Yeah.
So he's just running. We will give you frightened condition. Put scared on your sheet. And off you go. And everybody else seems to be running after as well. What else is happening here? Bad things are happening is what they are. Yeah. Still really dark out there as you are running for your lives with 2 braying mules together with you. Trying to run through swamp is, of course, not the easiest thing you've ever done. Your feet will slip more than once on slippery rocks or piece of earth, dirt that was just very loose and there was nothing under it. The grass is slick with slimy, wet stuff. It's a general shambles. And why don't we roll an athletics check to see if everybody stinks or not, or maybe gets exhausted from this exercise of running through the night? Indeed, as you run. What was that?
Which scale?
Acrobatics, but not athletics.
Athletics, yes.
Oh, acrobatics. Okay.
Acrobatics, yes. That one.
Okay.
Different games have different names for these skills for no good reason. There isn't a reason. Some kind. Yeah. Kiev succeeds. Wild fails. Halveld fails. Halveld still fails. And gains the condition exhausted that you already had. I guess sickly now from all the stenches around you. That makes sense.
No, he gained the disheartened, I thought.
Yeah, but you get an extra condition because of the mess you're
Oh, like that, because you
that was
failed.
the,
Yeah,
that was
all right.
what the roll was about,
Yeah.
say. So,
Ah.
Wild failed. So I guess you become exhausted too, Wild.
Yeah.
But it's worse than that, because as you're running through this muck and you hear the scream of Rober and Deidre and Gustaki and the others, you will notice from underneath the ground, an arm sticking out. At some other place, a head and shoulders rise up out of the muck. Even more there. There's hundreds of them, if not thousands, rising up of the slime right now. They haven't come very far yet because it takes a while to get out from the mud. But they are rising. I think it's time for everyone to roll a will check to resist fear because...
Can Alva just fail straight?
You can. Kirov definitely did. Okay. Kirov is fine. So, going to the table and roll for fear for those of you who have, in fact... Why is... Oh, okay. So, that would be Haldan, I guess. It's Dragonbane's rules, the rollable tables. Click the table fear. Should I roll for you? I'll roll for you then. Seems that Gazebo can't find the thing. No. Pale! Your face turns white as a sheet. Oh, now you get it. Okay. Wild panic. You flee the scene as fast as you can.
That's all right with me.
That was
the kind of how to do it anyway.
You were planning to do that anyway, weren't you?
I get there, I escape before everyone else. I'll be fine with that.
Possibly, yeah. Wading through everything. It's going to take you a while to run like this. because, you know, it's mucky and you have to get out of this place and you have to remember where that crack, the cave that led out of this hidden valley was and everything. And I know one person who can't remember that, and that's Halvel, because he's in wild panic right now. So I guess we will need someone else to roll the bushcraft. Wild? You have the...
Right.
Who has the best bushcraft of Wild and Kirov?
I have a 10.
Kirov has a 5. Perima is here too, let's not forget. She has 14, in fact.
We're all gonna die.
But Wild succeeds. Yeah, we're all gonna die. But look at that. Wild is just leading you. And with his long strides, his sure feet, his wolf-like reflexes, and that's where the fresh air comes from. He can lead you away from this horrid place and get out of this valley, even as you can see long before you leave the place. You can see these restless bog people emerge from the bog that has kept them in death for how long? Who can tell? But out they come, and none of them seem to care about you in the least. Some are genuinely confused. They seem to just be starting to walk up and down along a particular house foundation, like they were still guarding it how many centuries later. Someone else is sitting down on a small piece of dirt that is slightly higher than the rest, using it as a chair, and then grabbing something, putting it in its mouth, and it just tumbles down out of the open hole in the neck again. It's trying to have a meal. Yet others are going about their business. You can see someone using a very murky stick to apparently start plowing a field. It doesn't work very well.
We've just made this about 1,000 times worse.
Nah.
Swords had better be really worth it.
By the time you finally get out of there, it's gonna be later. I can tell that Kiro has not had a good night's sleep, so I want you to roll a d6 willpower points lost, please. Oh, that's wonderful. Kirov is feeling the fatigue in his bones, isn't he?
Now we've lost the tent.
Yep. You have indeed.
I'd say that once we get somewhat safe ground, Alveld is going to reach into his backpack, pull out the dagger, and throw it back.
Oh, you're taking the dagger with poor old Dementius and you're throwing him back?
He's just going to throw it back. He doesn't want anything. It's screw knowledge. This is, yeah.
Kirov, Hal of Wild, or were you just going to let it lie there?
I don't care about the dagger, but I think is Shaluba or whoever took the crown still with us?
Shalaban, yeah. They went the same way you did.
I'm going to punch him.
Oh. Oh, dear.
Again, Kirov will recover the dagger.
Okay. We're going to have... I'm just going to put down the tokens here so it's all correct. Let's see here. We have Shalaban. Where did she go? Thanks for the follow, I think. Yes, the follow. There was a lollygagger follow. Woohoo! And we had Deja, we had Chalaban, we had Gistaki, and we had Rober, whose name doesn't sound like robber at all. Yeah, so you're punching Shalaban, you say.
Yep.
Feel free to. Go ahead. How hard do you want to
All right. As hard as I can.
Yeah, he's sweating
What is
like
that?
everybody
Just,
else here.
How do I just punch someone?
That would be...
Is there a brawl
Yes, it's a brawling. Which happens to be your absolutely worst combat skill.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a try anyway. Nope.
That failed with a demon. You're standing up to him and just trying to wallop him really good.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that means that you have to roll for a mishap on melee table.
Okay.
Do you want to do that, or should I do it for you?
Yeah, I can do it. Okay. Mishap for melee.
You hit yourself.
Myself.
You just take the biggest swing and slip in
That's
your
a good thing
fatigue
I
and
did.
just clock yourself. Really good. No damage
Ooh,
bonus.
I
for
do a little
that.
curly thing. Good
How
thing I
much-
didn't try and take him with my sword. All right, what is my?
Wait, it's an unarmed thing. So unarmed combat is like that. So it's a d6. You do yourself a d6 damage.
A 6.
A d6. Roll a d6. There we go. 5.
Oh,
Good job, Wild. There we go.
You stupid idiot. Just had to steal the stupid crown, didn't you?
Shalaban is just kind of looking at you in a very shocked way as he's stumbling backwards, also panting, sweating. It's still in the middle of the night, though, because we are, in fact, so far north, I think daylight is slowly coming. He'll be like, "What did you do that for? I lost the crown. I know treasure."
Thinking it was probably what woke that stupid thing up, you stupid idiot.
It's just, you took things too. I'm not the
But
only.
we didn't
Everybody
wake
took
anything up,
things.
did we?
Everybody took things. How do you know that you didn't wake him up?
We
Why is
wasn't
it always
moving around
Shalaban's
when we
fault?
left.
I've been helping people finding the way here, and you tried to hit me? You wouldn't have nice treasure without me.
We didn't get here because of you.
But you found our tracks, I'm sure. He's gonna try to bluff you. He succeeds with a crit. Whoever guided you found our tracks. That's how you got here.
Like, where? I just don't want to see you again.
And I don't want to see you either.
All the big people who brought us here, they just gone when we came charging out of the crack.
No crews around at the moment. Nor are the giants, but that's because you said that you would meet the giants later.
So, since we're out in the basically in the Arctic with no tents, should we just force march our way all the way back to town?
That is an alternative.
Where are we on the map? How far are we from anywhere?
From any type of civilization. You are... what is this? About 20 kilometers, which in Dragonbane means... I I need to remember off the top of my head, which I don't. But I do know where to find the reference. Adventures. Journeys. Here we go. You can travel 15 kilometers per shift on foot. Difficult terrain might slow you down. This is difficult terrain, so it's probably going to take a full 2 shifts to get back to RM.
Yeah, and that's probably the only thing we can do now is just get back there before anything else can go wrong.
The good news is you are not on the glacier, so it's actually warmer down here.
This would be on the way to the dragon anyway, so...
It is on the way to the dragon, isn't it? So, since you started traveling in the middle of the night there, okay, we're gonna advance the clock a bit here. So, it's gonna be 2 shifts starting with the morning and going with the afternoon shift. We're gonna have a little bit of problems here because some people are gonna be very tired because you are marching after not having slept properly. Let's see. Gistaki is not known for his amazing willpower, so I'm gonna have to roll a d6 for him immediately. That's good for him. He can march a little while extra, and then we're gonna have him march a little while extra for the new shift here, and he's still actually able to march. Yay! That was the big question. Will Gistaki fall over or not? For the rest of you, let's see. We had Halveld and Wild were actually resting, so you don't have to roll. But Kirov does have to roll another d6 willpower points when the next shift comes on. Please do so now. Oof. Kirov. Okay.
Yeah, he's maxed. Yeah, he's gone 2 over.
Yep. Kirov falls over unconscious during the first shift of morning, like the before midday march, as it were. And one of the donkeys he's gonna be placed on one of the donkeys as he's just snoring away there. But you're gonna have to make a stop for him to recover some willpower and everything. And while you make that stop, everybody dies. It's peaceful and quiet and not a problem in the world.
Uh-huh.
Why did you believe me?
Nothing happens. I'm good with that.
Why did you believe me when I said that? I'm not sure. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Parima, of course, is an excellent guide, and as it turns out, Shalaban is a decent guide too. So you have 2 native Marjuran guides here who are slowly but surely guiding you through the mountain ranges, through the valleys, between the mountains. All of you, I don't know, every once in a while, Shalaban will definitely be looking backwards and try to see if he can see any of the horrid bog people coming after you, but for now, nothing. And so it's a quiet morning. Deidre will say that she found this quite exciting. Wasn't it rather exciting? And she's looking at you, Wild. The dead rising from their graves. I think I've never seen anything like that. Though we do have some powerful necromancers coming
Well,
up.
you can go back and see it again if you want. While you're at it, get back our tent.
It is tempting, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm also not suicidal. Yeah. Midday will come. And with that, I don't know. Do we need to make camp here just to make sure that Kirov can get some... Because he hasn't really had any good rest lying on a couple of donkeys.
Guess this is the
we can
middle
do
of
like
the
a
day.
stretch rest.
This is the least risk of freezing to death. So if we're going to rest, here's probably the time to do it.
Yeah, no, it's not even particularly cold right now. It's above freezing. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean cold? It's fine. Absolutely fine. We're talking here several degrees above freezing, probably. Yeah, you're not going to freeze to death in this kind of weather. At least, I think both Shalabon and Perma would be very weirded out if you did. Are we going to take a rest here then? A shift rest? Gistaki will need
I was
one
going to
as
say
well.
stretch rest, but
A stretch rest only? Oh, because you don't have the tent. That's true, because when you don't have the tent, it gets trickier, a lot trickier to sleep. Let me cite the words of the sacred book, which is the rule book, which is not really sacred. Making camp. So, need to sleep at least one shift per day to avoid sleep deprivation. You need to make a bushcraft roll to find a suitable resting place. Anyone without a sleeping fur gets a bane on the roll. If it fails, the shift does not count as sleep, nor can it be used as a shift rest. So, let's see now. What do we have here? Halveld. Let's see. You have no sleeping fur.
I have sleeping fur.
Also, you have a bunch of stuff
Wild
on
does.
your person that should probably be on like a donkey.
Yeah. Oh, it says I have a fur here. I don't know if that's sleeping fur. I don't. Maybe not.
No, it's not a sleeping fur. That's a fur that you're carrying on you to get boons against extreme cold, but you don't need that here.
All right.
Or, wait, maybe you need the spyglass more than you need some other things. Is there anything you don't need? No, there isn't. Oh, I can put the gold on the donkey. Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, Halveld, you will have to roll a bushcraft check with a bane to get a proper rest.
With the bane?
If he needs a fur,
bane.
could one of us who has one just lend it to him?
No. That is not how it works. Sleeping fur is a different thing from a...
Why am I rolling 1? Shouldn't I roll 2?
no, that was Perma. I thought I'd rolled... Yeah, okay. No, you should have rolled 2. Yeah, you're right.
I'll roll a second.
You have to roll again.
Oh, I think it still had fur linked, but
That is entirely possible.
roll a second one. Oh, that's even.
You're
That's there we go.
fine.
That's
Yeah. I'm going
Look
to
at
be a
that.
bit tricky here because clearly you didn't actually get that. I'm going to
Oh,
click
yeah,
from your
yeah.
bushcraft there because you rolled with a bane.
Oh.
Wild, how is your bushcraft going to go here? You have in your inventory a sleeping fur, which you can add.
I
So
do.
you don't have a bane on your bushcraft roll. You just roll a regular old
Kieran
die.
would attempt this in his exhausted state.
You're gonna have... Yeah, you're gonna sleep regardless.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna just pass out. So, yeah. You're the one who doesn't have to roll because you would pass out anyway. Yeah, not everybody has bushcraft, let me say. That didn't work. So that's going to not count for her.
Wild succeeded, so we do get a camp.
Yes. No, not a camp. You just get to sleep. You don't have a... Remember, you
Are we
don't have a
doing-
tent.
Are we doing a shift rest or a stretch rest?
A shift rest.
Shift rest? Okay.
Did Kira roll yet? No, he didn't have because he didn't have to because he was already knocked out. Sorry about that. And oh my, you know what Gistaki left back there? His armor. He's gonna pass out anyway, isn't he? So he doesn't have his armor anymore. Sad. What else do we have? Bushcraft with a Bane. Succeeds. Very nice. Okay, so he gets back all his willpower points. Kostaki has trouble sleeping, but that just means that he passes out anyway, so he's gonna regain. So yes, everybody can click on your buttons for a proper shift rest.
I'm thinking the way this is probably going to go, we're going to end up having to recruit the dragon to just incinerate the entire Kruri Valley.
Is that a plan? Do we have a plan, folks?
I figured the Empire would just take care of them.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what to make of that. Gosh. Maybe
Let's just get to the dragon first, and then we can decide to.
get the dragon and just stay quiet on it for now. Maybe.
Don't tell
Alpha
anyone
does not
there's
want
a
to be
secret
famous
army
for,
of
like,
undead.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the fame he's looking for. Yeah. God, I feel like what's it from like the something dead or whatever. You did say the ritual correctly. Yeah, no, we're not a problem.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So
We're going to try and pin it on the Shagulites.
exactly. That's it. We need to figure out how
Yeah.
to spin this, boys. Spin it hard.
Spin.
Yeah.
All right. We are going to keep marching, aren't we? Down south. And now it's like just evening, but it still counts as light outside because you're so far north. So by the end of this shift, you will in fact get to Arhem, and by now everybody is decently rested. But we need to eat as well because it's a new day, and I can just withdraw what, 4 meals from Drotto, right? Drotto has 6 field rations. They're now down to 2. Unless you plan to eat in the city. Maybe you do. As you are marching, I would like you to roll awareness checks, my friends, because nothing bad can ever happen. We know this. Why is that? Oh, that's why. All right. Wild, look at that. Wild is, of course, very much alert, aren't you? Things way before, or maybe you hear them before you see them. I don't know.
Hero sees him. He got a dragon. So-
Let's see how well things might be going for some other people. Yeah, okay. You are going to notice it before Kirov is noticing it before anyone else because you have a critical success, don't you? There is movement around you among the trees. Like someone is moving out there and moving towards you, spreading out around you.
Oh, good.
And you will, in fact, finally get a good look at one of them as they're darting between one boulder to another. It's one of those wolfkin that you saw down in Arhem town when you arrived the first morning. Yeah, they're sneaking on you. Spreading out around you. Like they're trying to surround you or something.
And I try and shoot one of them.
Oh my god, the first thing you want to do, Kirov, you would count them to be more than you are here. You're outnumbered, but not by much. Your count puts them at about 10. So if Shulaban and Deidre and Rober and Gustaki are all on your side, it's going to be fine, right?
Man, they better.
But you say you want to shoot them immediately.
I
Kirov
suppose we
will.
could just point them to where the undead are.
He's seeing undead everywhere. Yeah, yeah.
That it could make a bit of sense, I guess.
Your call, if that's what you want to do. Alville's just looking into a scroll right now, not paying attention at all. So you what is it?
Oh wait a minute! Did we meet? We meet them, or did only Wild the other wolves?
I think I'm the only one who talked to him.
Yep. I will recall that too.
We saw
I'll-
you talk to them.
That I don't know. Presumably,
So I guess Kirov will, if Kirov did see you talking to him earlier, he will say to you, they're your friends, you talk to them.
they're not my friends. They shut me down. I'm gonna shoot the bastards.
That's the way to handle stuff, isn't it? All right.
You're gonna shoot them first back this time. Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot them back first. I don't know. What are we doing again?
All right, I won't shoot him, but I'll draw my bow and go, what do you want? I'm not in the mood for this right now.
They shoot
You're
you.
always in the mood for
Yeah.
this. So you're marching here across the lands, and you're clearly surrounded by these guys, right? They're all around you, blending into the surroundings thanks to their camouflage jackets and so on. And they also have, you will be very surprised to hear, longbows. One of them is stepping forth and shouting to you, "In the name of the Empire, stop right there! You are all under arrest."
Oh, thank God. Okay.
For treason.
Oh.
By the orders
Okay,
of
you can...
Lugal Pranstakelva.
I know that name. Is this somebody we've heard of before?
Not really. Myths and legends, I guess. We're the negative. Because I'm evil like that.
It's too late to go back to the undead.
You have heard of him, haven't you, Wild? I said a negative, though, so you didn't
No.
roll for it with a negative.
Yeah. I did get
Hang
a
on,
negative,
so,
didn't I?
Yeah, okay. There you
How
go.
many negative? 2?
Oh, that was the... Yeah, sorry.
One?
Yeah, 1 negative.
1 Bane.
Yep. Bane is the correct terminology. I don't think any of you have paid attention to those particular matters in Tricoria, so no idea.
I
But
passed.
you do know that...
Passed.
Yeah, you had to ask. You do know...
No, he
you
passed.
do know
Oh.
that Lugal is a rank in Tricoria, so it's someone who is probably a noble or has a very important office.
What was this guy's name?
Pranstakelve. I can put it down like this because I know apparently English people have difficulties pronouncing this, which is fine.
Oh, it was probably, wasn't there a ship that came in late or something, which had like a noble person and some
There
also
was.
No, that had a dragon
veteran
hunter on it.
ships?
It did, yeah.
Dragon
But
hunter.
Rober will remember this name. It's him, he says. It's that. He's some kind of colonel in the Digitalong of the Secret Service. Bad news, that is. Bad news all around. How did I get myself into this? We've never done it, nothing bad for anyone. We're just harmless people, we are.
Okay, so it looks like I'm standing next to a tree, correct?
I guess you are at that.
If I were to jump into it, would it provide much cover?
Yeah, it's cover. It's cover. Oh, you're not one to be taken peacefully, are you? I'll kill you all coppers before you get me!
Yeah, I'd look at the others to get their feel, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm ready to put down fight.
Alveld puts up his hands and he's like, "Now there's no need for violence or threats of violence. If
They're gonna be
the
moving
Empire wishes to
slowly
speak with
closer,
us."
a little bit. Just put down your weapons. It's not gonna sound like that, because that sounds like a bureaucrat in my ears. Put down your weapons. Huh? No funky business. Just disarm. Put them down. Step away. We have 10 powerful longbows trained at you.
Doesn't really have much weapons, but he'll put down, I guess, the weapon or whatever he has.
Gistaki's going to put himself between them and Deidre, and he's not putting down his weapon. He's just shing. Ain't nobody gonna hurt my Deidre, he says. Shalaban is just, I swear I haven't done anything against the Empire, and tosses the dagger that he has in the belt. And Rober does the same. Oh, I'm sure she'll be fine, Gistaki. Just put that sword down now. We don't want to be peppered by very painful shafts now, do we? And he's gonna try his level best to persuade Gistaki to put down the weapon. Unfortunately, his persuade is not his best roll ever. So that failed.
Should I try and what's the is there an intimidate or is it just persuasion all around?
It's just persuasion all around.
That's not very good, so
No.
can't really try and
Who's
bluff
the
them.
most- Yeah, bluffing is another thing. That's another skill. Kier of the Large is
Oh, okay.
probably the best person for persuasion that we have around here.
Ask them if they could be bought off for a little bit. We have lots of gold, right?
You do have some gold.
Well, what do we want to try and deal with? Do we want to try and report the mass amount of undead, or
Yeah, what do you want to do? So far, they're not initiating hostilities because a lot of you are dumping your swords, which has to be including your very bejeweled and beautiful silver scimitar wild. I forgot Perima. That's inexcusable. She only has a quarterstaff, and she's going to put that down too, and she's going to try to appeal to the others as well about we have really not done anything bad, but yeah.
Wait, these guys are mercenaries, right? We have gold.
They're mercenaries, yes,
Yeah.
but are they mercenaries who stick to a contract when it's been signed out of honor, which is a thing that a lot of Wolfkin would consider a good thing to do, or are they just greedy buggers who will do anything?
So we think
Well,
I'm thinking like we can't fight our way out of this. So like the best scenario there is we'd still take massive casualties even if we manage to escape. So I guess it's like down to either go with them willingly or try and persuade them about the threat of the undead.
you've got the persuade, so I guess I'll leave that up to you.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to go first.
I would rather not try and just give up.
Robot voice. Try again. Brett disappeared.
Oh, I just said
He's hiding behind
I
a
would
tree.
rather
He's
not
hiding behind a tree.
just
That's
go
where he is.
quietly. Yeah.
Yeah, because if they take you like this, if they take your prisoner like this, you are, in fact, at their mercy. They could execute you at any time. So could the procurator. You're going to need a good lawyer, perhaps even a fabricus veritas, which doesn't exist out here.
Howlville's pretty good at these things. Although we may need it better than a pretty good lawyer. I'm not sure. Yeah.
That's one skill that doesn't exist in this skill set right now. Lawyer.
Yes, but no. I am a human. Therefore, I can use my indomitable, what is it, adaptive or whatever. So that's what
Invent a
humans
new
adapt
skill.
to situations. Yeah.
That
So-
is absolutely a thing you can do. Kiro, did you want to persuade them in any fashion or bluff them in any fashion? That's where we're at right now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with persuasion to try and convince them that the mass amount of undead is the primary threat at the moment.
All right, roll a persuasion check.
And do my fine garments help?
They help. Isn't that nice? Look at you go. It's successful, even. Your fine garments were indeed very helpful. Kiro, how are you presenting this to the flock here? The pack?
Want to use the story that we were actually sent here by the Empire, or do we want to keep that to ourselves?
I don't think these guys care, really. We could say we're sent by God himself or herself or whatever here, or one of them. They've been hired to bring people in, right? That's
Yep.
Yeah.
we could say we're the potato people, and they'll still go, "Oh, you're still coming in."
So
You know.
how are we
It's,
going to express this, Kiro?
Oh, how about Kiro? Kiro, how about you say you convince them that look, we'll agree to come peacefully, but because we're coming peacefully and cooperative, we allowed to keep some of our weapons or whatever. That way, Wild won't get himself killed and get us all killed. Hopefully.
So full disclosure, if I still have one of my weapons, I'm going to try and break out and cause like an
Okay.
uprising.
Well, Halville doesn't know. Yeah, that's. Did you say this when he says that? He's
I
undisclosed.
wouldn't say that out loud.
Halville's kind of rolls his eyes like, "Oh, I tried." Okay.
We succeed with a persuasion check here. The leader of this wolf pack will grunt. Huh? You say, undead? Restless? Real enemy? Where? What do you mean? Say more.
Yeah, I will go through the story and say that, like what we saw and where, and we'll tell him that we were actually heading back to town to report in what we'd seen.
Huh? Raka, Ojo, go sniff. You, come with us. We bring you to Stockade. To Lugal. So you have managed to peel off two of them. Two of them will in fact leave to go and check out what's going on behind you further north. But they are also insisting that the rest of you will come with. I think they're just gonna walk in like a big circle around you with their 8 escorting around you. Oh, that was wild. Oops.
Yeah, let me just blend in with them.
You blend in with them.
Filthy traitors.
All right. So...
And I think we should use the journey back to try and persuade them as much as possible about how dangerous the Shagulites are. And that, like, they're how much of a risk they are. Just so that's nicely soaked into their minds, just in case this procurator is with the Shagulites. Does anybody else have persuasion?
Your persuasion is not amazing, is it?
Not a good one. Yeah, mine's 5.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll try and do. I did one persuasion to try and get them to go out looking for the dead, and I'll do another one to try and convince them of the Shagulite threat.
Oh, look at that! That was 5 minutes ago. So, yeah, you'll have to roll again then. That succeeds too, apparently. How are you... So you're going to convince them about the Shagulite threat. How are you putting that? Like, how are they... Like, they scary, do bad things, or anti-Tricorian? Like, the label in the law says, basically, treasonous activity against realm. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess if they've been... how does the Empire view Perima's Druid Order?
Doesn't really have an opinion. There's a lot of weird religious sects and orders out there.
Yeah, so I guess we can't state the factual thing that we have been attacked by the Shagulites, but also about the thing about disappearing the people, taking the people away from the town. None of them's ever come back because they are Empire citizens who've gone missing. At least some of them will be.
The leader of the wolf pack nods and looks over at Wild. Have one with good nose there. So, you sniff this out? Looks at you, Wild.
I'm the one that led them to the Shaglites. Yeah.
What did you say?
I said I'm the one that originally found the Shagulite in our hymn.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and you could describe the have an unusual. Is it
Smell.
the creature who was riding who had the unusual smell profile? Or since the Shagulites are green, do they smell different as well?
Both smell different. The Shagulite that you have met and killed, both of one of them, smelled atrociously. Lots of pus and infections and buboes that have burst and things. So a generally stinky, rotten smell. Whereas the horrid demon you saw stinks more of ammonia. Very powerful ammonia. And acid, perhaps.
And how was the Shagulite in town covering up that he smelled that bad?
It was wearing
Tons of
perfume.
perfume.
Just that thick perfume, yeah.
So I guess if you describe to the wolf, because you're a wolf as well, you can describe it in better terms. Exactly what the scent profile of the Shaggylights and the demons is, they can be ready for it.
No. We
Yeah, I'll
act
do
on-
that.
You should tell Lugal. We just work here. We do Lugal's orders. I am Sergeant Rowry. I do what I get commanded to. By Lugal. The Colonel Digithalunga. He will decide what to do. It's gonna be a long walk, folks, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you will get to Arham. Yay! You're back home again. It feels so good to get back in civilization, doesn't it? Such as it is. You're going to be led straight up to the stockade. I'm sure you're not very surprised.
Yeah. All right.
And here, of
I'm
course,
kind of curious as to what they have against us.
they haven't said yet, have they?
But
I know.
they're told they're bringing us in for treason, so...
Oh, I wonder which thing we did they found out about.
Let's not lead with that when we make our case.
Let's just say that they're definitely going to disarm you all. At this point, even Wild is going to be screamingly outnumbered. And I don't think he has
Yeah, I won't
fighting the entire garrison
fight back now, yeah.
in mind. Because that is generally unhealthy, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
So I guess welcome to the prison, everyone. Yay!
Yay.
I thought we were gonna like march off with giants to save and destroy the Shaggylights, but here we are.
Here you are, and also
Didn't
protesting
want to
all of
fight
this.
back, so...
Parama is also protesting all of this. In fact, all of you all are protesting all of this. Like Shalaban and like, we don't have anything to do with this. And one by one, the doors are going to close. I think they might have a problem with overpopulation here at the moment because honestly, they don't get that many prisoners in this place at once normally. But you are going to get to see, it's midnight now, you are going to get to see the officer in question. The question is, who is going to see him first? You can even hear a voice. Hello? Hello? Is that you, Master Halveld? Look, Briar is
Yeah?
down here. No, he's not down here. I'm sorry.
Oh,
He's not down.
Bri-
I'm sorry.
Oh,
He's not
that
down
was
here.
confusing.
That was confusing. It's because I was wrong on my notes. That's why it is. Yep.
Administrative error. That's the worst kind to get thrown in
Error.
jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
I'm not even supposed to
Do
be
the
here.
best of
I'm
us.
not even-
And I'm clearly the best of us, right? Wait, what?
That looks like he doesn't look friendly.
One by one, you're going to be brought out to the Colonel, who is going to have a word with you. And you're going to have to convince him of your innocence. And let's see, we're going to start with Kirov, which is probably good because Kirov is the most talkative among you, isn't he? So this man here, Prance Alva, he is, I'm just going to remove just the Prance here. Colonel Prance, I can even do like that. Colonel Like, he has a rank and everything. He looks younger 30s. He is missing an ear, his right ear, actually. And he is dressed in very practical field clothes. Has his coat, his, I guess, breeches. He doesn't have, unlike other nobles that you would have seen in Tresilva, this man does not have any jewelry or bling. No necklaces, rings, gemstones. He's just completely without any adornments like that, any accoutrements like that, accessories like that. He does have 2 swords, though. A short sword and a saber. And while you are being sat down between 2 of the local guards, obviously, Kirov. Where do the guards go? Maybe, there we go. 2 soldiers. Like, he's gonna have a long, hard look at you. He has some parchment, and you can see next to him someone that you haven't seen in a long time. Look, it's Halaska, who came with your ship. Remember her?
Yeah, I bet.
She has a lot of documents that she's handing over to the colonel. Kirov the Large, I understand, he says, and he's looking at you like eagle eyes on you. He has a hard face.
And Kirov just nods.
You came on the Wave Dancer to with a convoy, yes?
And Kirov just nods again.
You belong to the archaeological expedition, yes?
Nods again.
Said archaeological expedition includes Wild Wolfbane as a scout, Halveld Clearmind Dr. Silva as a subject matter expert, one Balder Growler logistician, and your leader Briar Briskfoot. Is this correct?
Not Baldur anymore. He didn't make it out of the valley.
Sergeant Rowry mentioned something about the valley, but we will not speak about the valley at the moment. Was Balder Growler part of your group? I just want answers on my questions.
Yes.
Very well. Now, there's no point in hiding anything here. He's leaning with both of his hands on the desk, just closing the distance to your face, Kirov. I know you smuggled weapons to the rebels, would-be rebels here in Arhem, among Marjuran insurrectionists. I want names. The penalty for smuggling and engaging in activity like this is most severe. You know that, right? Execution.
Okay, now it's time. Now it's time for Kirov to play the game of pin the blame on the dead guy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Go, Kirov, go, Kirov, go.
So Kirov will say, we never saw who the swords were intended for. We found out they were cursed and attempted to dispose of them before they could get into anybody else's hands and do any damage. Unfortunately, they ended up in the valley too.
The smuggled swords are now in the valley.
In the hands of the undead.
Undead. You understand, of course, that we are sending out scouts to confirm anything you say to us.
Now, Kirov will be as helpful as possible here. Draw up the map of the way in and where the tomb is. And say, if the undead have returned to their rest, don't steal the king's crown or sword unless you want to see them walking around again. And very eager to get their stuff back.
Undead, huh? What about the rebels here in Arhem? What about Baldur? We know that Briar Briskfoot is your leader. He escaped from prison.
Kirov raises one eyebrow at that. Then immediately changes the subject back to say, Aldo wasn't cautious enough and couldn't keep control of his hands when there were gold objects around. And he died in a collapse when the things he took unbalanced and unstable roof. And we will also mark on the map where we buried him.
Let me get this straight, he says. Let's start from the beginning again. You come to Arhem a few days ago as an archaeological expedition.
That actually turned out successfully. We were supposed to find evidence of an ancient lost civilization, which we did, but then we had to run out of there when it looked like the entire previous population started pulling itself out of the mud.
He's gonna look a little bit tired when he hears you speak about the undead again. Let's get back to how this all started. You arrive in Arhem. You leave without sleeping a single night in Arhem. The very first night you left. I know why you left, and he's gonna do the bad cop style and just lean into you, and the fingers there. You knew that we were onto you. In fact, someone within your organization has betrayed you. We had solid information that this smuggling operation was going on. Word arrived shortly after you arrived to the stockade, to the garrison here. But by the time the search was conducted at the tavern, you were already gone. You came to the tavern. You've been seen by the tavern by several witnesses. You had the smuggled weapons at the tavern. Who were they going to?
As I said, we never knew. As soon as we found out they were cursed, we bailed out of any deal that may have been arranged. Aldo may have known, assumably he knew, but he's dead now. None of us ever knew.
You're trying
We didn't leave town because of the smuggled weapons. We left because of the Shaggylights. Of the Shaggylights?
Of course I know about the Shaggylights. Fringe sect here on this rock, conducting their religious work.
That's the cover they put out. That's not what they're really doing. The religious medical center and all that. They're involved with the undead as well. Whether they're involved in the undead that we saw in the valley, maybe, possibly, but they're doing. And from what we've seen, they are themselves undead. They're not just rotten. They are properly undead themselves, yeah.
Which, the things in the valley?
The Shaggylights we've seen, the green men, they are not just ill, but fully undead.
To your knowledge, they were just ill. Though there were zombies with them.
Yeah, so that's the story. I'll tell them about how the Shaggylights had turned on Perima's druid with the help of a traitor from inside them. And the reason we took off so quickly in the middle of the night was to go and try and protect the druids from the Shaggylights, but we were too late. And I will explain what we saw, like the Shaggylights with the undead and the demons and so on.
Very well. Roll a persuasion, which you have nice clothes on, so that still counts. That's a success, isn't it? The colonel will... He's just looking at you quietly as you're telling this entire story. This sounds very fantastic. Did you write everything down, Miss Alaska? Very good. So I'm supposed to believe that you had no knowledge of Baldur's smuggling activities until you actually arrived in Arhem. And Baldur and Briar. And then you got entangled in work with the Shaggylights. Why did you get entangled in this story with the Shaggylights? Who has given you this mission?
Also, at this point, I'm going to keep the story back that we were like actually sent by the Empire to do this, because I think that's something we're best keeping quiet to ourselves at the moment. But I will just say that we'd met Perimer on the ship, and when we became friendly with her, so that when her order got into trouble with them, we just agreed to help.
Look, we could try to turn this around and say that Baldur wanted to meet up with the Shaggylights like they wanted the weapons.
That would be a bluff.
Yeah, that would be good.
The
The
young
Shaggylights are
nobleman,
the rebels.
the young nobleman Trovinder de Holmes, who was on your ship to Marjura, was found dead the very same night you left. What do you have to say about that? Isn't that an awful coincidence that the noble is murdered in his home
Oh,
when the same night you leave town?
This was the guy I was talking to on the ship about mining.
Yep,
Wasn't
that
it?
guy.
And yeah, so I'm going to stick with the truth on this. And Keel will just say, apart from the tragic loss of any life, this is actually a lost business opportunity for me. I knew nothing about his death, and as far as I knew, we discussed mining business, and there was possibility I might have been working for him in the future. So to me, this represents lost income. As I understand it, there's been a rash of disappearances and strange deaths in town since before we arrived.
Perhaps. Now bring the prisoner back to his cell. I want to speak to the next one. And the next one in this case is going to be Wild. It's great.
Oh yeah, I've just set him up to regard us as well as possible, and now what's the hell is Wild gonna say?
It's going to go great, everybody. Yeah, same prison chamber, the same guards around you. Wild's probably not very happy about this.
Yeah.
The only thing he has now is the clothes on his body. Everything else has been impounded, including all your money. And the colonel standing in front of you. Wild Wolfsbane. Quite the nickname for a wolfkin.
It's just kind of sneer at him. Yeah. Sure.
You arrived in Arhem together with the archaeological expedition as the Pathfinder. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll just nod.
Who were your contacts in Arhem? Who were you going to give the swords to? The weapons?
You mean the swords that Baldur brought?
that the archaeological expedition brought. You were part of the archaeological expedition, were you not?
XPO, archaeological expedition, not smuggling. You're in the army. Are you responsible for every officer who takes a bribe?
When you say that to a Tracorian officer, it gets tricky because they're expected to take bribes in the name of Castique. Who wouldn't take bribes for... It's a sacrament to take bribes for Castique, isn't it? We're talking...
I wasn't aware Baldur talked swords until we got here.
We're talking about treason. You could get hanged for this. Do you
I
want
can
to roll
tell
a
you where
persuasion
Baldur
check?
is, and the swords.
Do you want to roll a persuasion check? Wild? I'm sure it's going to
Not
go
really.
great.
But... Yeah. Hey, look at that.
It worked! Ugh. Very well.
Yeah. I discovered that Baldur brought swords the night we arrived here and went to the inn. He wanted to find Shaggalite to give them to.
Interesting. Drag Wild out, Halveld in. Halveld, clear mind, Duchess Silva. You are supposed to be a loyal subject of the Emperor, are you not?
Oh, this is so exciting. Yes, I am, sir.
This is not exciting. Your life is on the line. We're talking about treason against the Empire here.
Is
Who
somebody
paid
writing
you?
this down? I need the notes.
Halaska is sitting there and just putting down notes.
Oh, good. Yes, I am indeed a loyal servant of the Empire, which is why yes, and he just...
Who paid you to smuggle weapons to Marjura?
Paid us. Oh, you mean that annoying Baldur person? No, he's part of
Baldur
the...
paid you to smuggle?
No, Baldur is...
That was your admittance
Baldur-
now. I asked you who paid you to smuggle weapons to Marjura, and you said Baldur.
Oh, nobody did. We weren't smuggling weapons. That was... we're here for a different reason.
Who was smuggling weapons? I want names.
I believe that was Baldur.
And Briar. Don't think you can
No,
escape
I don't
this
know.
now. Briar Brisk.
I can only confirm it was Baldur was involved. I have no...
That's because Briar is too smart for you, isn't he? A very cunning man. A criminal mastermind, perhaps.
Or
putting
perhaps he
together
had
this.
nothing to do with it. But if there are no facts then... Yeah.
Did
But,
you kill Travinder de Holmes?
No.
Who did?
I did not know he was dead. My apologies to my was it? Why would you call it not apologies? Which is how you say it again. Condolences to his kin. Did you sail all the way up here just for this?
I'm the one asking questions here.
Okay.
Why don't you roll a persuasion check? Let's see how well this might go for y'all.
Oh boy. I've got fine garments. Does that help?
That does help, yes. Oh, a dragon! Halveld comes across as the very confused academic he truly is.
What? What? No? Yes?
I found some really interesting things. Undead people. And they had, like, swords and stuff. And, yeah. Yay.
There was a talking dagger And there were the giants, and then there were the seal women I slept with. Let me tell you about the seal women I slept with. That was quite interesting. I actually have some notes about that. Do you want to hear?
Oh my god. I am not sure he wants to go into a detailed account of, so shall we say, a detailed anthropological account of Kvur breeding habits.
Yeah. Wow, you can't be sure until you tried it. Just saying.
I think the disgust on Halaska's and Prance's faces as you talk about this will be profound. And then you're being dragged back into your cell again. You know what the good...
No, I have more information to tell you. No. Much more.
Yeah, okay. They're gonna actually listen to your entire story. All of it.
All
Doesn't
right.
matter how long it takes. 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. They're gonna listen to all of it. And
Probably take about 15 willpower damage in the process.
there might be some willpower damage involved, yes. There definitely might be. Some of them might already have suffered willpower damage from being awake for a long time.
Yeah. That's when we found the sauna. Oh my god, that was what a discovery.
It's gonna be a bright new day coming up. The only reason you know this is because you can see from like you're obviously below ground level, but there is this one small little window barred that lets you see the daylight by the time he is done with you all. And after that, you can actually have yourselves a shift rest. A full-on shift rest. And you're actually going to be allowed out again. The colonel is there still. Maybe not so fresh anymore, because he has not had any rest, but he rolls amazingly for his willpower loss. And he's going to look you over. It looks like you've been cleared on suspicion of treason, which is a good thing for you. Do not have enough evidence to convict you of that. It seems to me like...
Where are my weapons?
It seems to me like Briar Briskfoot has been the brains behind this all along. You mentioned the connection with the Shagolites, and I believe it was the Shagolites who sprang him from jail. They no doubt needed their agent and wanted to get him out of jail before he could reveal anything to me. However, you have in fact taken some artifacts from the island, and I'm going to hand you over to the procurator to assess the value. Because that is not really my table. I will be happy to return your effects to you. Also, you've all been given food in here. It was terrible food, but it was food.
Wow, we'll just grab his things and kind of growl at the cards.
Yeah. You're all gonna get your stuff back, including your donkeys. Isn't that lovely?
Hey, the donkeys.
Yes,
Who's a good
Grotto
donkey?
and Grotto.
Who's a good
Unfortunately, I have a
donkey?
feeling that you're not gonna get all your money back.
What?
Of course not. You have taken valuable items from Morjuras. You just have to choose here.
Oh,
Now,
We've been
You
taxed.
have, among yourselves, you have Dementius the dagger, right? Which is probably not going to be valued at the highest level of coinage.
Did they
it's-
question him as well? Did he get his own little questioning? Did the guards take him to the
He's
the
a
chamber and
dagger
question
in a
him?
scabbard. They're not. They haven't drawn him from the scabbard. They have no idea that he
okay.
can,
They're
unless you want to tell them.
They're wiser than I am.
What do we have here? We have some plus. Let's go with that. Plus, you have Nabakos as well, right? That's all you have, isn't it? You didn't actually get anything else from it, right?
The swords and the dagger, all right?
And the
So-
scimitar.
Say
Yeah.
400 to the value of about 400 gold in total. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to click that. Yet. You're gonna have the great joy of meeting Procurator Ard de Melse. I'm sure you've been looking forward to this,
Such a cozy office.
right?
Yeah.
That's actually not the best picture I have of him, but it'll have to work for now. Yep, unlike Ugal Prance the Kelve, who is outside right now and organizing the military and barking orders, Gotthard has the lovely task of setting up, doing the collection of taxes from you. He has counted, and this is your group, because the other group had a bunch of other gold objects and whatnot, right? If you recall, Gistaki and the others. And he calculated that, says Gotthard, he has very reddish eyes, really. It looks like he might have indulged a little bit too much in cups of various forms. Could it be drinking cups, maybe? Perhaps?
Yeah.
Potentially?
Nah, I'm sure he's on the up and up.
I'm sure he's on the up and up. You're absolutely right. He must be, right? Much better. There we go. Yeah, there is even a bit of a stench of some kind of Trachorium brandy coming off his face as he's talking to you. Very dryly, he's going over his notes. Seems that you have found some artifacts of value. The two swords and a dagger. The dagger not terribly valuable, but the two swords certainly are, particularly that scimitar of yours. As you found them, they are in your right to possess, but we do have to charge you taxes for them. Taxes amounting to 1/10 of their total value. And since they are estimated to be about 400 golden trachenes, that would be a fee of 40 gold trachenes for you to pay to the throne.
How much gold do we actually have at the moment?
Grotto sits on 100, and so does Grotto. So you can actually afford this.
Yeah, I was just thinking, could I do bartering? Could I try and get it cheaper?
You can always try bartering, can't you?
Yeah, the blade is chipped, and the jewels, or some of them are. They're what are they? They're like the lesser known jewels, like fake.
If you
Which is
succeed,
not,
the price goes down by 20%.
Oh,
And if I fail badly, if it goes up by 20%. doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's double or something. Yeah.
What do we think? Is this worth it to try and...
Yeah, try it.
Actually,
Imagine your bartering is pretty good.
It would probably be sacrilege against Castile not to try it.
It would be sacrilege against Castique not to try it. You're right about that.
oh
It
my god.
succeeded.
Oh, you have advantage. Oh god, thank god.
Yeah. I suppose you're right. Very well. The value should be, of course, 32 gold trakeens. He seems screamingly uninterested in this. You're just taking up his time. You're disturbing him from important things. How dare you? Are we going to take the 32 from Giotto or Grotto?
The first. Drop it.
Grotto. Very well. Grotto is happy because Grotto is not carrying quite as much as before. And so it is, you find yourself back in the city of Arhem after 24 really weird hours, I think. You've been arrested, you've been released, you've paid your fee for the weapons you found. There is a lot of soldiers running back and forth for various reasons. But if you do want to buy yourselves a large tent, now would be the time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a good idea.
And is there anything else we can buy with the still considerable amount of gold we have?
Yes. What
So
do
we
you
seem
want
to,
to buy?
I think we stacked out with most of the stuff we could carry. Well, I don't know. Would we be buying a house? What sort of stuff is that?
Gear. What kind of stuff do you want?
I think, I don't know, hang on. I think Halva does everything he wants. He has all his heart's desires.
I suppose just as a show of goodwill, we could get Gistaki a new suit of armor.
He would love that.
And they lost their tent as well, so I guess we could get them a tent.
Ooh, we're generous
They
today.
have their own, didn't they? They have gold as well, right?
Some, but maybe not as much as you. Chainmail is 50 gold. Just so you know. So that's quite an investment. And a large
I don't know.
tent
Wild.
is...
Do you have things you want to buy? Wild.
Large tent is 4 gold, but have we spent... No. Are you going to barter for the large tent? Of course you are. You're a merchant. Why wouldn't you?
Oof.
Wow. Okay. That was absolutely terrible. You rolled 2 20s on that. That takes some skill, I think. Okay. That's interesting. So you managed to botch. Okay. You have offended the other party so badly that they refuse the trade. You are not getting to buy a large tent today. No, sir.
That's a bit of a problem.
Yep. Anyone else want to try bartering here?
I can try.
You
Ooh,
can.
it's not good though. Nope.
It's almost like Wild is not really charismatic.
Halva's not even going to try. He's just, why do we just buy it for the price they're asking? Seems very reasonable.
Sacrilege. Okay, Parama can try too, just because. Didn't work. Maybe she's... Bartering is charisma. Maybe she's, I don't know, dazed. Ha! It worked! She managed to buy you a tent. For less than 4 gold. 3 gold and 2 silver. Who's gonna pay up for that?
One of the donkeys.
That makes sense, actually. And now you have a large tent again. All right. What do we want to
Don't
do
suppose
next?
they have any. Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
do they have anything better than iron arrows?
No.
Okay.
Is this when we're going to set out to go towards the mine?
Yeah, might as well.
Also, if we want to go out mob-handed, could bring the other team with us. And then buying the armor for Gistaki would count as payment for that. At least partial payment, at least. We want to go mob-handed.
I don't know.
It's obvious that we
I
completely
screwed up the
trust.
last place.
I know that you don't want to go mob-handed with Shulaban.
Yeah.
Wild?
Right.
Yeah.
We just got a raid! We were raided! Yay! Raiders! Welcome, raiders! We have 3 adventurers here who are very tired and want to go and kill a dragon, apparently. Which is, exactly what you want to do when you're very tired.
I am a hunter, so really it's like the ultimate prize.
Exactly. So do you
Are
want to go
we-
mob-handed or not? That's the question.
Yeah, we can. I'm sure they'll be good fighters, so.
You will, in fact, find them at the local tavern, where Rober is organizing some kind of show, where Gistaki is standing and doing feats of strength in the common room, and Deidre is swirling around and dancing. Turns out they were buskers all along. So you're
Buskers?
gonna have they're literally standing in the tavern and doing their thing. All right, we're at Young Hilders. Here we go. Ulrich might not be there, but the rest of the staff is, like Hilder and the others. Miriti is very happy to see you again. She wants to serve you the nicest things. It's all sorts of other people here today as well, because it's a regular day. And yes, we're going to have Deidre and Gistaki and Rober here. And since you want to talk to them, you're going to have to talk to Rober, because he is in fact their manager. While Gistaki is doing feats of strength and Deidre is dancing around, even as Mosca is trying to do his numbers. He's competition now, the juggler, known as Mosca, from the others. I'm not sure he likes that, but what can he do? So, yeah, Rober. You're going to barter with Rober about hiring his little band to go killing a dragon, apparently. Or is that how you put it? How are you going to put it?
Yeah, killing a dragon.
Killing a dragon. Rober is going to look at who's saying that. Who is the one who is talking? Is this Kirov or is it Wild? Because I feel
Probably
like
Kirov would be the better.
right? Kirov is the guy who is.
Yeah.
I mean, if Parima gets a word in edgewise, she will say things like, "But we are on a sacred mission. It's a prophecy that is going to be fulfilled. We are working for Kmorda, the sacred glacier, to fulfill
Kill a
prophecy."
dragon, yes.
I don't know that we have to kill the dragon, she says, and looks at you, Wild. We're simply doing bartering. Hopefully, we don't have to see the dragon even. Kira, what are you saying here? You are the one who has the mouth of the party, as it were. You're the merchant. You're the one who's wheeling and dealing.
So just to go over the sequential stages of this plan, we go to the place We recover the dwarves' mercury. We deliver the mercury to them. They tell us details about the Iron Tower. Then we go meet up with the giants and go to the Iron Tower. That's the plan, right?
Yep. I believe that's the plan. Or unless Wild and Halveld has some other plan in mind. But that's a plan the way
No,
Paramount
yeah.
built it.
Weren't we going to, after we got the weapons, meet up with the giants and go and smash the Jaegalites?
We could either do it with the dwarves or with the giants, I think. Because they were both kind of
Yeah,
offering the
I was
same thing to
thinking-
get us to the tower.
Yeah, I was thinking we'd hook
Yeah.
up with the giants on the way to the tower.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
dwarves
yeah.
haven't suggested going with you to the tower. They just wanted to give you some
Okay.
low down dirt on the tower, secret stuff that they
Okay.
because they built it.
But and the dwarves, they want us to get some of this stuff from the mine, right?
Yes, mercury.
Yeah.
The stuff is mercury.
Yeah, so we need to get some mercury.
Indeed.
Okay.
So I guess Kirov will phrase it to Robo about whether his band will be interested in some asset recovery work.
He says. We just might be. We have a lot of talents in this little group of ours, and you can tell for yourself that Gistaki is certainly someone who can carry heavy load, right? He's a pretty strong fellow, isn't he?
This is going to be a dense load.
He is fairly dense, so it seems to work out nicely. Don't it? So what
So
are
this
we
would be-
getting paid exactly? There's that small matter of payment.
What was
Well,
the... It's exotic weapons, isn't it? That's the...
They offered to give you mastercrafted weapons and also price per barrel, which was pretty reasonable actually.
And I guess we will put in the offer of buying Gistaki a new suit of armor before we go, because then he'll be far more useful on the mission.
I think you boys have yourselves a deal. And you, m'lady. And he's gonna just spit in his hand and seal the deal right there. I guess that the buskers will go with the adventurers as they are going to steal mercury from a dragon. Which is definitely going to be a very easy peasy trip that never is going to be a problem in any way, shape, or form. And I think this is the perfect moment for us to wrap this particular session up and maybe share the love from Tales of Myth and Mayhem here and go raid the next guys over at Infinite Monkey Tales, who happen to be on right now. Remember, follow this channel. If you're on the YouTubes, subscribe, ring the bell icon so you can always know what the Digitalonga has to share about intelligence, about enemies of the realm. And we will see you in about a week from now, in fact, when we'll find out how a certain trip to a mercury mine might end. Thanks, everybody, and see you in a week.
All right. Cheerio.